3 against Stella, the same pick against Envy from that grand final. And they hope to repeat that success, and it's the opening kills from Envy to stomp through the yard of multiple points of the map. Now finally entering B, watching from afar, they'll have to be Alvin, and having to make contact with Geister's shield, not great. There's some good tags though, injuries on the Envy side, and Timotino will have to come in to sandwich with Alvin boy.
So much time's been wasted so far, though. They're going to walk into so many question marks once TSM walks into the site. It's a full crossfire setup from all the 4 players at Envy. This is going to be a very tough task.
Oh, hey, Timotino with the Sheriff, and it's just 7 HP and 1 final player to deal with. But another element, now it's the clock. Spike ticking down, tap, and didn't know where he was at the last second, coming down to 1 player to define that pistol.
Really ready to fight in toe-to-toe. Look at this early rotate already on the A site to fight.
With the double Guardian purchases, Envy wanted to play that long-range game, and now they can get that Scrappers close range. TSM just faded away, and Alvin boy, remember that former duelist, he likes to stick around, but this time he delivers a big opening for TSM to work with. 2 versus 2, the aftershock, Envy strikes while the iron is hot, and it's another 1v1 to decide a round. It doesn't get any tighter than this, folks, but one is a Sheriff, one is a Guardian. Happened to Envy last time is they got the heads-up surprise on TSM. GMG gonna wait for Envy to make the move, and it's a fake plan, but a couple of seconds. I don't know if that risk is gonna pay off. With barely a second left, GMD finds the perfect moment. I want to leave it behind them this time, and it's Envy. They're gonna continue to hit this A site. They strike right at GMD with on the high ground. Good awareness. It's just completely evicting TSM. We're hoping to tango against them, and TSM, this defense had great luck doing that last time. Not so much. Plant goes through. Now trying to get vision here with this outlaw, and having to push corners with this is not going to be ideal with the crossfire that Envy has set up. I like the preemptive dash there, but Timotino is going to just hope that they feed the bear and feed him some more kills. Envy should definitely try to respect this a little more, and now make sure that Timotino is the one to make a move.
Ooh. Nice flash in the end as soon as the weapon got picked up in as well. And we're trying to see where the action is going to come down to. This is why potentially this camera is already lit up by Inspire 2. And there's that first distraction.
I was wondering if he's going to use this kill contract blindly, and you don't have enough rounds to really see that trend. But Kane Zara starts off with ink to paper with that, and he's got to clear out the flank, and that's a big 1v1 against GMD. But wait, GMD wins this. TSM will be coming from behind, and Envy don't care. The red carpet's down. The plays are too late. Timotino carves through the forehead of Poppin, and it's just ruthless. But nonetheless, Envy try to work their way. But look at this again, GMD finds those lapses in map control, and Envy just pay the price. Yet again, TSM at a big early round advantage.
We've talked about it, how TSM likes to play. Seven mentioned it. They know when they have to play aggressive. They know when they could suffocate. They know when they have to play a little bit more passively. Now they're actually not ever giving a chance for Envy to really set up at the beginning of these rounds. Although a little space is now given, and Exter's still alive. He could make a play right here.
Exter knows there's more trouble around the corner. Good attempt at the flash to be a self-sufficient. Oh, and Poppin just gets sandwiched. What was that?
We've seen it all play once so far, and TSM and Envy both look the teams.
Oh, that's the Kane Zero we know and love, and we've been waiting for this hero to show up. Now the kill contract. He's just gonna be on duty cleaning up. Wow, he got 4 is so low. 11 HP. I thought that was already 1. Just won't be flawless for Envy. Trying to see if they can exploit this. It's just so chaotic though, and Envy, this is where they thrive. And this time they're ready to focus down that right side. But then you have Odins, you have Spray, you have teamwork from TSM, and still Envy failed to break through into C.
That's what's missing a bit here when you're trying to get a little bit more behind that side. I mean, Spars alone again, easily taken down by the Odin, just on the left side of 7.
ISO wall up, seeing if they can access that up. I'm really surprised Envy are going to test those waters again, but this time trying to cross through the left side, and Alvin boys forever the anchor that you can rely on with another triple kill, make it a 4th.
veterancy in terms of hype and vibes to motivate TSM to take this lead on an 8-3 scoreline.
Don't even need the outlaw, the knives. But a rifle through the shield, through the hearts, looking for an ace. And even with the Hunter's Fury lining up the ducklings, it's the final round. Will end soon in TSM's way, unless Poppin can find an upgrade, but GMD's already pushing him. Vor gets the kill before him. Pushed up into A. Really interesting insertion to see if he can get, well, an angle on TSM and it's first blood from Timotino. I like that response from Egster, but he's been cleared out from the rest of TSM. And it's just Kane, Zera, no, and now there's just, they're kind of isolated. Envy get overwhelmed by the teamwork of TSM yet again.
They were just trying to find some one-off timings for Envy getting denied. TSM's in a good spot in his post play.
Oh, crossfire. Oh!
One enemy
Forget he's on the floor. Wait. Turnable. Wait. Nope. 7 picks it all up. And the pass repeats itself, right? TSM on defense start off with a 9-3 half, and they're heading into maybe a similar scoreline of 13-3 like they did against Stella. But hold on. Envy close the door. Now they shut it and lock it, especially when Inspire's on duty. He gets to have eyes and help supporting Garage, because here comes Alvin trying to cause a ruckus and threats on multiple angles. But now 7 falls. And Envy will not go by, and they'll be able to win the rifle round. Egster finding that first pick. So now back-to-back rounds where Envy gets some good proactivity, but now to try and scrap up close into B did cost some corpses. Leave Vor behind to watch that courtyard because they know Ion still wants to have his moment in the sun. But TSM just that close to the finish line. So it's still an important round. Envy have to really be flawless. And clearing out Vor is such a great start for Envy. Paranoia doesn't make contact. 7, a moment where Ion is caught slipping. 1 versus 2. Rolling Thunder available for 7. But does he go for it? Oh, the drive-by, you needed to hit that. And he's going to go for the Rolling Thunder. He only can confirm the one target. Doesn't know where the other one is. But it's simply to deny the spike from being touched and the awareness to know the flank could be a possibility.
And really start engaging into a split.
So much good information from Envy, and this walk up from Kane Zera could really throw TSM for a loop, along with another opening kill. Make it a second one. Kane Zera will be still on that duty, trusting his Sentinel. Inspire. He gets caught and swatted on the left side. He's gonna need a band-aid. Timotino with the finish. I like the Ion trade though. Help is on the way for Envy. GMD cuts off some rotations. This is still anyone's game, and you cannot allow TSM to get the match point. You need a little bit more breathing room if you're Envy, but they've been under the stranglehold of TSM just this whole game. And it's the TSM playground, but can GMD clean this up? He can't. Envy, stabilize.
Sort of diversion on the A site. Don't know if we're really gonna finish here yet.
Oh, the trip is perfect, and Inspire gets the kill. TSM still try to flood in, and the Odin is doing all the talking. Hunter's Fury will still set TSM back in the tag. Does confirm that onto 7, and even Alvin Boy 2 is at half HP. Talk about value. This is savable from Envy. Despite the shoelaces getting a bit tangled up, and TSM will still be allowed to plan.
It's a big fight though. Alvin Boy not dying. They have a trip to watch the flank. Dimensional Drift is going to find information right now, but if Vor could escape, he's got the Hunter's Fury to work with post plant.
The blinds, the flashes, and Alvin Boy's already low. It's cooked, the recon. It's just a distraction, but Envy just shoot better. Them almost want to bait Envy into a brawl in the Rolling Thunder, but TSM also get hit, and they get clapped back by Envy. And Inspire keeps delivering multi-kills, this time from C to A, to sending TSM a big old L. Unless TSM can double their weight in gold, and it comes down maybe to this kill contract of Vora against Kane. And wow, Vora's been consistent. Maybe, well, now he's also dead again. Now the ball is in TSM's court. Put a dunk on Envy, catch the recon, but Poppin gets even marked, and it doesn't matter. Oh my god. TSM just fall like flies. Inspire just cannot be shaken, cannot be stirred. And now Alvin Boy's trying to escape.
To the C site.
Oh, another TSM flood, and they've had success. They may have found the kryptonite, and Envy getting melted, but wait, they just fire back. They hold the line. But the biggest threat, the final boss, has always been and Timotino, and it will end with him to Poppin around the corner. And man, that's all he does. F10 to give defense an even bigger advantage, along with just some initial damage to 7,
so nice.
and not letting Timotino escape. Poppin's got a lot of bullets. He's got a sniper that'll have to rotate back in. Exter is gone, and so are TSM. The spike has fallen. And Envy got a lot to say, and TSM do not have a response.
Yeah, right now TSM doesn't need a crowd to be loud not to hear anything. It's just Poppin spraying the Odin after getting his kills on sewers. Well, yeah, no rounds coming through here for TSM and Envy at map point. And
Kane Zera, though, up to no good in mid. And even though there was a trip left, Alvin Boy maybe wanted to give the team another option. And now there really isn't any alternative but to hit this A site. And Envy know it. They smell blood in the water. It's a Hunter's Fury that carves through the lane, and Timotino will have to do it all on his own. He's isolated from his team, but he doesn't want to let any strays go by. Exter gets back to safety. Timotino lost in the sauce, and he has no team left to thrive. No way. Envy have made the most insane comeback of the Swiss stage. 13-11. Are you not entertained?
in true fashion too.
And Envy have kind of a split approach right now, some in main, and keep TSM suppressed, and even a wall to kind of create some isolations. TSM, well, the patience pays off, although there are some gaps in Envy poking through, but it just doesn't matter. TSM's retake still ends up working out.
After, unless Alvin Boy could surprise some players like he did on Sea Haven.
Dude, we were becoming a drone for a sec. We still are a drone. This is awesome, but now the lock back in. Because Envy got the information. They got the market, but feeling a little pincered right now. But as soon as TSM approach, they find themselves without heads on their shoulders. Now it's still TSM trailing behind, and Bora's caught between a rock and a hard place. And trading means denying rifles, but it may not mean actually saving the round. Now with that mid control, market has been a huge priority as of late, but a change above the smokes, this time chasing down the back of the spawn. It's not gonna work out. Kane Zero, not as much support, thought he could do it all, and it's good paranoia for Ion. Try and shake things up. Good for one, and now there's none left for Envy. Pointed out, maybe the comps stay the same, but may just be the same result with how bad this buy is. Never mind. I guess doesn't matter when you hit headshots like that. Now there's a lot more teamwork from Envy, not as much individual plays. Speaking of that, Alvin Boy just shows up, ruins all the plans of Envy, neural thefts, and now denies a chance at an Envy thrifty that was looking quite fruitful when this first started. There's an ace chance though, and walks into the trip, gets himself the ace. You don't have that clove that used to run into the mix now. Just one, and showstopper right to the corner, finds its mark. And Timotino tries to escape. I appreciate the satchel play. 2 versus 2. Hunter's Fury to deny the plant, and Envy
one enemy remaining.
Don't get affected. Well, at least by bullets. And it's Bora.
Spike planted.
Rich enough to buy an op again, so we'll trade it with something that'll go better in this duel. Who will be the better Sova? Poppin, completely silent as this map has begun, and this has been someone we've talked about and highlighted in that previous map. Here's the approach, and Vora does it again. It's Fury, but the wall, like you said, is an extra detour that Envy have to take, and a ring around the Rosie and the Bucky. Straight through the chest. It's Kane Zera, man. Just with the ult, too. Envy came in guns blazing. And the ult's invested. And he's found purchase. He delivers, and wait, front and center, TSM, they stay stoic. Kane Zera has definitely met some tough challengers on the other side. Now TSM back to just silence, and the ball is in Envy's court.
And they'll have to try to entry with an op as well from Eggster. Not sure they're going to try to switch it around. There you go. Give it to Poppin so he can move in now with the recon flash. Beautiful.
Oh! Well, it was a good idea. For sure. He cursed it. Wait, what a shot. Right in the shoulder. And it's op versus op, and Poppin doesn't care. Can buy another one.
And immediately pivot into a top mid control.
There's been so much brawling through the perimeter for Envy. They've conditioned TSM to leave the mid gap open. And Envy try to cross the road and isolate using a smoke, and it's not a good start. And where the spike has been left, there is maybe a more of a long-term plan for Envy, and with this blind, KingZera is so cooked. Ion does a good job to at least force some repurchases, but the plans of Envy have been foiled yet again.
Set up Timotino into these good lines. Okay, hold on. Let's hold that thought. We're already into the action. Sorry, two players down.
Yeah, you're good. You got this, King. 5 versus 3. But Envy are actually about the exec in. Eggster just teleports in, clone to the right, and it gets shot. So you get a lot of good information there. You have a forward position, so maybe Envy can make do, but I'm coping at best. Eggster have to go insane, and he's feeling a little silly. Dimensional drift, unfortunately, lets that resurrect go through. He's going deep enough. He's finding Christmas presents, and it gets GMD. Just eats the barrel, and now Envy could have maybe turned this around, but it's TSM back at full force after that resurrect too.
Last player standing.
And the respect given. Just to make sure. Again, they've lost 5v1s before. And this might potentially be.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Sure. Didn't expect all of Envy to be there. So Timotino learns that the hard way, and Envy get gifted a strong early round. We'll see how it ends though, because Vora has been MVP before, but the neural theft activated from Inspire, Hunter's Fury. Envy had a lot left in their arsenal. I like that they just stomped their way. They're gonna go through mid though, and Envy caught up. No smokes from TSM. Maybe a paranoia. No, as soon as maybe GMT gets into a good spot, it's a 3K from Poppin. So Envy passed the IQ check. They got the spike down. And with a much needed pistol win potentially, could help Envy make the comeback happen.
To really work with, so you have to walk up to play contact. And they're a little bit spaced out, but at least GMD still wins that first fight.
Damn. Just like one bullet is all it takes. The orb and the res, there we go. Or actually the kill, that's all it needed. And now again, TSM are back at full force. That forgiveness, and that's why you play 7 in this lineup, who's been a nuisance before. But speaking of that, Eggster as accurate as ever. Now the spam through, a little bit of damage into TSM. No heals for 7 available. It's actually just used it on Alvin Boy, but now they're really turtled up. GMD's watching the flank. No paranoia, nothing to really suppress Envy's retake, but rather keep them at bay with this wall, breaking it down using the clone, seeing if you can get a flash going. KingZera paints the floor with blood, and it's all up to him, but he just can't do it all. Double digits for TSM. Corner check from the boom bot, satcheling in, searching. Oh, and just as the trip gets shot, that's when Envy had that window to engage. But TSM's backup plans are there. The reinforcements stand tall, and the firing squad's in position. But they are starting to hemorrhage. And Envy can maybe finish off these kills. 7 is down, no more heals left. And with a hesitation, KingZera trips up. And with that paranoia, Ion changes weapon, and Eggster gonna try to create an illusion, but clean plays as TSM bail each other out. Self to kind of pull all the ideas out of the book. Catch the other Huff Guard, and another kind of peekaboo play, and Inspire gets punished. Solo play's not working out for Envy, and TSM see if they can make this a flawless at that. So far, so good. Oh, but timing. Eggster lurks within the smoke and stays hidden. What a turn and burn, but will cost TSM 2 weapons, but they get to match point. That's all that matters.
But the recon kind of gives their position away, that the are committed towards this A site hit for TSM.
GMD with the wide swing, popping and checks him at the door. But man, both teams are trading blow for blow, and TSM know they have to go the extra mile. They got to extend out of the site. No, the dodgeball game with Hunter's Fury. Good tags. So consistent with this ult. Poppin is impactful as ever. The TSM have the win conditions set, and maybe he may have just died. Timotino not involved. Envy and extend their lives as best as they can. Now it's just 4 left. The 1 versus 3. 1, 2, 3 is all it takes for TSM to send us into the final map. With that mid control, I had Pop in a position to try and get information, and Bora just finds such a lucky shot. And then we go to follow up in the trade, and he just takes him out. An arrow through the heart of Egster. What was that?
Inspire can bring here to the plate as this Astra for the team.
Kind of creating that chaos, and Inspire
30 seconds left.
costed him a lot to recover that spike. 10 HP. The chase is on, and all the timing, and he already has 7 tagged. There needs to be some help. 7's got other ideas. The objective is down. He's done his part, and he finishes off the pistol for TSM.
And that's a huge player advantage to start in their bonus.
Now Envy definitely going to be desperate in this round, and even from the compositional changes, kind of threw us all for a loop. And TSM were the ones that surprised them. We'll see how it ends here for Poppin and Inspire. Could try and isolate. Oh, the one tap addresses 7 by his name, and oh, jeez, Envy getting a little frustrated. Inspire in a 1 versus 2.
Unfortunately, no trips that time placed around, so you can't get the trip kill.
A deadly duelist duo. We've been waiting to see them.
Spike planted.
Gonna be a good duo going in, and usually they've just been at each other's hip, and TSM, First Blood, able to even suppress even more with the Hunter's Fury and Kane Zera. His location revealed. It's fine. They do kill from TSM. So good. He's like, I don't care if I'm pinged. Come at me, bro. Dashes galore, man. What? An obstacle course. The gymnasts are at it.
Oh my God.
Kane Zera is the tip of the spear. Delivers the Bucky. But TSM will not take this lying down. 7 big double weakens Envy. But they're still ahead. And they got the spike down. Bora could have some time here to get a recon in, drone in with the smokes in place. This is why Inspire is on the Astra.
Last player standing.
Oh, Envy ahead of the game. But Vora has to know they're within the smoke. Does he just spam through it? How does he address this? Waits for it to expire. No way, even the Pucky.
For Timotino, you can't disrespect the line that well until you go for an up drop like that.
I don't think Timotino respects anyone on the other side. Oh, I thought that was going to be another one. Oh, now it's just fodder. Oh my God, he's still alive. What is this plot armor? What is this defense? And okay, no, saving the waylay ult.
No way.
Oh, there it is. That's what I've been wanting to see from Egster, even since Sunset. Be able to measure that. Be precise, and TSM will be on their way. And with an op too. But still, the economy swells for TSM. So now they could really try to put Envy in an uncomfortable position. And, oh, peekaboo again from Poppin. Kane Zera down. This is a little scary from Envy, despite how this started. At least time should be on their side. And Inspire's like going exploring through the middle of the map. Maybe leaving Egster all by himself. But he fends for himself. 7 trades. 2 versus 1, and 7's just out of time and out of luck, and will not be able to keep the rifle.
Yes, maintain your speed.
Let Envy cook. They're on a 2-round win streak. The Hunter's Fury, man. Oh my God, Poppin does it again. It's almost better with the ult than anything else. This could set up Envy.
Spike planted.
on track for big wins. We'll see what TSM can do, but oh, they've been revealed over in the top window, and Poppin has so much in his arsenal to keep them stuck. They gotta expect he could climb up the rope, and TSM take their time to scout him out. Now the op is still a threat. There's angles, and Envy find themselves on an island with no raft, and it's a 1v1 on both sides. Ion's got his. It all lies on Vora. He's just stuck between both, really being pushed to their limits. Cosmic Divide, and not immediately absorbing all that space. Envy still have to take their duels, and now they've been met by the anchors of TSM, and Vora has been evicted. Quick teleport in from Exter, and he's not done yet, but he could be done soon at 10 HP. And then Kane Sarah will be there to support, to be that frontliner. He's a lot healthier. Against 7, the job's pretty much done. They hold the high ground. I'll be pushing Timotino through that B link, and oh, with the flash right through Exter, even through the pings. TSM marked. They're making their mark on this site. Now the smoke's in place. It's gonna be difficult for Envy to get vision. It's the shock. The corpse flies off. Poppin's gonna make it easier for TSM. And the spikes aren't even halfway, so Poppin doesn't matter if he hits this util or not, because it's a round win for Envy nonetheless. I mean, it was so quick. I don't even know what he saw, but the duelists are in position. Guess what? They're behind the defense. That's how quickly Envy can take over a map. But Timotino silences everyone. Trades are there, but that was a spike carrier. This is sketchy. Kane's there, has to protect Ion with his life, but he's gonna get ahead of the game. The timings. He's tagged up Vora, goes for the free swing, but it's the bullets. Puncture through the wall. Ion on a drive-by. Oh, his cover is gonna be revealed too. They know exactly where Ion is, and he's just gonna try and find a good timing on the swing and the isolation. And GMD gets the last laugh. Anchor, and it's Ion, and like you said, when you don't run that Sentinel, who can stop them? Well, nobody.
That's it. That's what happens too. You're not playing a Senti, you play a wall contact up on the over to the B site. Now at least the trips have been avoided. King Zero might get an opener here.
Oh. Who expects to, like, 3 people to be watching the flank like that? At least that's information for the rest of Envy to know. There's so many people further back, and Inspired gets surprised. Still ends up locking in when it matters. Swinging in and out of cover. Envy yapping away, but not able to recon, and it does get a ping onto Exter. So you know there's a threat on the right. And not up close. Exter holds his ground. Teleporting in, though, is TSM's GMD.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, those vocal players down. TSM silenced, muted. Butter on toast, and you can still make do. Top window through the wall. Happy to greet Alvin Boy once he rings the bell. TSM wait for the smoke to expire too at main, and there's Alvin Boy right as Envy look away. Talk about timing.
That's the thing, because they know where the 2 players are at over on the A side, and there's only a soft hold on B. And Iron just got opened up, and that's a hold, a knife out for a plant. Vora is going to get it for the team. Recon will be available, has full kit to play an open post plant while GMD cuts to rotates. If they're able to turn this around here to 3v5, they'll be quite happy here for TSM.
Yeah, Poppin versus Vora through main. That is going to be the duel to worry about. Already some pressure here from Poppin. Drone versus Recon. And then GMD keeps Inspire out of the equation. Poppin with the fadeaway 16 HP like another day at the office. But GMD's a lot healthier, but he's looking the wrong way. Poppin stands up on his perch. Hunter's Fury. GMD may be looking to try and deny that, but it's going to stay measured and stay by his team. And they're going to need him more than ever, because Ion is a menace. What is this? Beheads all of TSM within the realms of safety and all that work. But was it for nothing? 2 versus 2 after a 3K from Ion. Not over yet. Timotino never misses, at least with the ult. Inspire has to still save this. Ion is going to be so pissed if this doesn't work out. There's injuries and this should be clean if Inspire can just... Oh, no! He knows he shouldn't have gone for the star. On TSM's pistol. But now he's in the corner. He's one and done, and he's finished for sure. Timotino gets flash, and he'll have to take a step back. Dimensional drift. Extra has to assess, and not gonna have a lot of time to capitalize on this.
Wow.
TSM aren't you gonna let you think? The brain splatter. And Inspire has to revitalize this team. Look, the setup was there, but TSM were just quicker. D doesn't have
Oh
ult.
my gosh. Breaking ankles. This is such a good call by Vora. He calls for the fake, pulls out all his util towards the A site, cuts the rotate. Alvin Boy kills another one. The B site's open. And TSM, they have an open site for a plant.
Timotino thought it was going to be a sniper's perch, but he'll just look at the B link. No high ground presence. They're happy with the smoke, and Vora's chilling. He's winning every duel. Okay, thanks for winning the round for TSM. Match point up soon. Inspire with the Guardian. Just hoping to do as much damage as possible at this point. Screw it. Oh, okay, he got the pyramid over there.
Yeah. On the spawn side too.
Almost took too much time for Envy to rotate out of A. Took a recall from King Zeta to really prove that, or to confirm that. At least Envy, they clutch up when it matters. Paranoia won't be making contact. GMD will absorb that space, and Seven still has the no command if needed, and feeling pretty confident about being able to close this out. Playoffs on the line, and TSM want to rewrite the history of the past. And Inspire and Ion, they come together for maybe a final time in this map, in this series. Now take us back to reload, and Timotino window to engage. And Inspire has to do just that in a 1v1 against Seven. And he keeps Envy still in this game. You can see that now there's some drones, there's some action in mid. Kane's there as a moment, and man, he gets humbled yet again. He's used to being the carry, and TSM just throw him out into the bin. TSM, though, they're still trying to get B going, and all the anchors removed, and so are the rest of Envy. TSM advance to Ascension playoffs.